Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing somewhat of a bot, an AI bot. So this is a chat bot. I'm going to be going into another section as well in the video, but I'm just going to sum it up. So I made someone like a chat bot for someone else before. And so what I did is obviously I put it on Claude and this is what I put in. Actually, no, I think I made it on something else. No, I made it on something else and then I imported it into Claude. That's exactly what I did. So here it is. And then you have all the type of stuff. And then you got this. And I was supposed to install some of this. So I wanted to, okay, so this is the code. So you would get this. So pretty much this is the code to a certain degree. And then from there, you would get the other code for this. And then, now let's say, okay, you want to go and then finalize it. So you would go here. So this would be the finalized version. So let's say you would copy all that and the errors all here. Here are all the lines and this and that, as you can see. And then you would get a fixed code animation, which would be here. So pretty much from the same type of bot, but I just modified it a little bit. And then you would then get speech handling. This is another one, so we'll get a little more in depth right there. And then you would get, okay, so you'll get an interactive chat right here. The only thing is that the send button wasn't sending. So let's say you would have an issue with that. Then you would say, can you fix this? So for example, here's everything. I pasted the text and then you would type in continue to keep the chat going. And then you see all that. And then let's say you want to target something specifically from like a function or something that isn't working. You would take a screenshot. On Windows, it is obviously the Windows key and the print screen. And then on Mac, I don't know because I don't use Mac. So you would have this. So this would be the screenshot of the error of what it was. Copy that in, you can read the photo, and obviously your paste the text. And then by doing that, then we get an interactive artifact, and please turn this into interactive artifact. So I was talking about this before in one of my previous videos. So what the artifact system is that, so it is Anthropic is the company that owns it. So it's pretty much, you know how you had stuff like how do you say, Unreal Engine and stuff like that. So making models and everything, that would be the best example. I think Adobe had its own version, but I don't really remember the name of it. But let's go with Unreal Engine because people always use models with it, or even Cinema 4D or something along those lines. And it would give you a model, like let's say you want to make a cube, or you want to make a certain world, or you want to make a certain character model and all that. So it uses something similar. And then by doing that, then it would build the UI and the UX and a lot of other features for this. And then by doing that, it would go in, it would write the code, and then it would, just before it finalizes, it would give you the interface and how it would look and everything. So, and yes, based on that, I did make something similar, like a little tool for shapes and games and everything for that already, but it can be done. So that's what they would use. And then obviously then you would get this sort of result, but obviously it's more based off of customer service and everything like that. Or i.e. a chatbot. That would be a customer service bot, but it's still a chatbot. You would still need to write in chat saying, well, for example, I have this problem, or let's say, for example, it's for like a community for stories, or a community that likes to delve into D&D or whatever it could be, like role playing in a certain degree. And then they make a D&D chatbot, and then, okay, I would need this, like, and this is going to be my campaign, and stuff like that. And then it gives you ideas, and then you get certain responses based on those ideas. This is just as I say, like, these are just models, but obviously, let's say, for example, KFC or McDonald's or Apple or whoever would say, hey, Mr. Z, I saw one of your videos, or I saw you on X post something. I'm actually very interested in this type of stuff. I'm actually thinking of using more AI and maybe incorporating it because, I don't know, due to certain costly type of things, I'm thinking to use more AI, and I need a chatbot to answer certain questions because I can't keep people waiting on the line for like 20 minutes or whatever it could be. Or I need a certain chatbot to answer stuff on my website because I can't, because MailChimp is great, but I have to individually, or my team isn't fast enough to individually answer all those. I need something really fast and good and responsive and very accurate. Can you try to put this into my system or into my website or whatever it could be? So that's what it would do. And then you would do this. So fix the send button. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to give you an example right here. Show you. Shirt was too small. Refund, please. So, for example, obviously it's not really hooked up. So obviously that's what would be kind of saying. Probably engage. Let's make some magic happen. But now let's say it's a clothing store, and you go to Walmart, for example. Welcome to Walmart. How can I help you? Exactly. So Walmart then obviously would, let's say they get, I don't have time, I need the AI. So Walmart would say my shirt, so I put that in there. And then the AI would answer back, okay, obviously this is just like, this is an example, like just kind of like a mock example, but obviously it would say, okay, no problem. What size was the shirt? So my shirt, I thought it was extra large, and I didn't read the label properly, and it's a large. Or I thought it's a little bit too big, the counter. I thought this was a small, but it's a medium. Is there any way you can get a refund? Okay, no problem. Just type in. I'm not too sure if you kept the receipt, or if you kept the tag, like the name of the tag, or like whatever it could be to scan everything. If you have that, just put your receipt number or whatever it could be, or like the tag, and then I can find it within the inventory or whatever it could be. And then you would type that in. Boom. And then, okay, so I see that you got a medium in Tommy Hilfiger or whatever it could be, or a Levi's t-shirt. You thought it was an extra large, and it's a large. Okay, I'll give you I need a refund. Okay, you would have to put obviously, if you need a refund, obviously you would have to put in your debit or your credit card, or some sort of like way for your bank, like the account number for your bank, obviously to do a refund, because obviously when you go into Walmart or whatever these places and you want a refund, you would have to tap your card or insert it and put your PIN in, and then they would refund you the money. So the same thing applies, but obviously since it's online, you get the idea. Or like if it's already online on the website, they'll say, actually my, and then they'll ask you, like, is your card on our website or anything? Did you order this online or in the store? But if it's from the store, obviously you would have to put it in. But if it's on the website, then you can just say, my card is actually on the website, my bank is this, and then obviously my profile name or my account number or ID is this. It would search it up. Okay, no problem, Bill, or no problem, Monica, or whoever. Okay, fantastic. It will come back to you within, I don't know, 3 to 5 business days. And then you will get back, or like, okay, cool, I got the number, and then the same thing. And then there you go. And then let's say, for example, you want to do, you can turn this into like an inventory system or whatever it could be, another bot for an inventory, another chatbot, but like, you get the idea. You can do a lot of different ideas with this. Obviously, this is like an inventory chatbot, and it helps you with your inventory and scans everything, and it does all that. So this is another one. This is on Sonnet 4. Opus is a little bit different. I was talking about all the other models on Blackbox, and you can use Opus if you there too. But it's kind of like a big platform of like different type of things, and they have all these different like chat. Obviously, they have Claude, they have this, they have all these other type of bots. But yeah, they have this too, and they also have Sonnet. And yeah, that's what you would do, and then you would build it, and then okay. So now let's say, okay, my big question is, okay, I have it built, but I want to do a live presentation, but I'm not too sure if the person would just open up the app. So I want to host it somehow. Like, what would the solution be to host it? So to host it, you would easily go to GenSpark, and then you would just pretty much copy the code. So for you to copy the code, this is for the preview. But as you see, these two little, I guess, to me, this is like a mini driving wheel, like when you drive a car. You would go into there, and then as you can see, you see your code, and then obviously you would hit copy the code. You can either directly put it into GenSpark, or what you can do, which is a lot faster, which I find sometimes if I don't want to directly put it in, like depending on what it is, because the code could be too long or whatever. You would copy it into a Word file and then save it as, I don't know, chatbot or whatever you want to call it. And then it's going to save it into a DOXC file, DOCX file. There you go. And that's what it's going to be. And then they're going to go there and then they're going to attach it. And after whatever the name is, you're going to go into GenSpark and say, hi, Jen, can you please make me, this, which is a chatbot, and can you please ensure that it's glitch-free, error-free, and has full functionality, and it's interactive. So it's interactive, and obviously that's the whole point, because it needs to be interactive. It can't be static, because you need to like show, like, obviously, like as I say, you need to type the message and show the commands and everything, and you give it like a demonstration and everything to the people. So, or obviously the investors, whoever's interested in it. And then by doing that, then it gets a little hosting site. So it'll give you like some letters, and then after something and then at the end it would say such and such letters, and then .genspark.space. You would click on it, and then you would send the link to some people or some investors, send them an email or whatever you do, mostly email. Or if you're part of a Discord community, maybe there's a community you want to join, or if you're already part of one of those communities, hey, I made this, I'm not too sure if anyone's interested, and then you would post it in there. Discord is basically kind of like MySpace, somewhat, and well, it is actually, but it's just a lot better. And then that's what you would do, and then, oh wow, this looks actually really good, I think I would like to invest in it, and there you go. And then you got some people, because now you're showing them how it really works live, because lots of people, wait, no, you just do it, boom, gets the hosting, free hosting. You get it's not like GoDaddy or anything like that. You got it, and then that's it. And there you go. So that pretty much covers the video today. And yeah, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z signing out.